I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am that there is a brand new Tenkaichi on its way. Oh my god. I mean, I have so much to say. I'm gonna wait till after we check out the video and then I'm gonna say it at the end. So stick around for what I have to say. It's a big thing that I've gone through with Tenkaichi since I was a child. Just stick around to the end. That's all I'm asking. Stick around to the end. Let's go check out this trailer because my boy sent it to me when I was at work, so I couldn't really view it too much, but let's check it out. Oh my god, they got the fatback TV. Yosha! Oh my god, the memory. Super Saiyan 4! Oh, look at that! Ooh! Oh, it looks so crispy. A new tank. Oh my god. Oh shoot. I have been waiting for this since I was a kid. Oh my god. So let me explain to you guys what I was gonna say. So, for those of you who are like a little bit younger, who never really got to experience Tenkaichi, let me put this into perspective for some of you. Throughout the last, I want to say 20 plus years or so, we've had a plethora of Dragon Ball games. Some good, some bad. But one thing that has always been consistent in the Dragon Ball community was the topic of which Dragon Ball game was the best one of all time. Usually when you hear this question, there's two answers. There's Budokai 3 and there's Tenkaichi 3. Those are always the two that people jump to. I've never heard anyone say Kakarot or Raging Blast or anything else. Those are the crown jewels of the Dragon Ball gaming universe. Nothing comes close to those two. Not fighters, none of that stuff. This is why it started to say, for those of you who are younger, if you never experienced the Tenkaichi franchise, you must do yourself a favor and go back and play. You don't even have to play the first one. Just play 2 and 3. 2 is so good. 1 is just a classic, but in terms of gameplay, it's not that good. 2 and 3 in particular is by far, it's not even close. It's not even close how 3 is the best Dragon Ball game of all time. People debate this all the time between Budokai 3, like I said, and Tenkaichi 3, but I'm telling you, when it comes to gameplay, if you're looking at just gameplay, Tenkaichi 3 exceeds it, and it's not even close. Tenkaichi 3 is the crown jewel, and we've all been waiting for years for the next Tenkaichi. Now, when the PS3 came out, they advertised Raging Blast as the next generation Tenkaichi. I remember they did that. Then it didn't live up to it because the combo system wasn't there. Then they brought out Raging Blast 2, which had a great combo system, but in terms of polish, the game wasn't polished. There was a lot of glitches, there was no story, there was a lot of missing content. It was just purely versus. Then they gave us Ultimate Tenkaichi.
Oh, you nasty ass bastard!
That was like the biggest tease to the Tenkaichi fans because we all wanted Tenkaichi 4. We never got it. But when we saw Ultimate Tenkaichi, I mean, I ran to GameStop and bought it. I didn't even look at any gameplay trailers, anything like that. Once I saw Tenkaichi was on there, I bought it. Biggest disappointment in all of Dragon Ball history. Like, when it comes to gaming, that was the biggest Dragon Ball disappointment in gaming. So now we have the newest Tenkaichi on its way, but it's not called Tenkaichi 4. It just says a new Budokai Tenkaichi is about to begin. Is it Tenkaichi 4 or is it a reboot of the whole series where they're going to give us like Tenkaichi 1, 2, and 3 again? I don't know. It looks fantastic. I wish there was a date for it. My friend was telling me that he heard something about this, but he didn't know it was a Tenkaichi game. It was just something different is what he was told. Now we all see it's Tenkaichi. Oh my God, I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this. And the crazy thing is I make it a thing every year to play Tenkaichi 3. every other month. Like what month is this? This is March. I played it not last month. I played it in January. I played it in November. I play it all the time. It's my favorite Dragon Ball. I could tell you guys literally stories about me and Tenkaichi 3. I have so many memories from Tenkaichi 3. Matter of fact, I don't have it anymore because I hated the game, but this is my Tenkaichi collection. 1, 2, 3, and Tenkaichi tag team. I'm like the biggest Tenkaichi dork, bro. I would sit there for hours until I felt like I really mastered the game. The only problem I had was it was never competitive. I would have loved to compete with this game in the competitive scene back in the day, but it was never competitive. For some reason, Dragon Ball games weren't in competitive gaming up until Fighters. I don't know why. I really have no clue. Maybe because the polish and stuff wasn't there. Tenkaichi 3 had some busted characters. I'm looking at you, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Super Saiyan 2 Kid Gohan. But I am like super beyond ecstatic about this, bro. Could you guys imagine the content that is coming our way? Because it can't just be from Raditz to Boot. They're gonna do, like, they have to start at bare minimum. The starting point has to be from Battle of Gods up until where we are now. Hopefully they include the moral art. I was telling my friend, could you imagine if they do something where, like, there's a tournament of power? Because remember, Tenkaichi 3 had multiple tournaments. Could you imagine if they had a tournament of power style game, like, online, where it was like 9 universes, but it was like really teams of 7 competing against each other online? That would be insane to think about. Oh man, I am so excited for this. Oh man, I remember skipping school some days. I remember one day in particular. It was when this one first came out, because I had this on release. I still watch this game's intro. Go and watch this game's intro. One of the best intros to a Dragon Ball game you'll ever see. The original Tenkaichi. I remember, like, when my dad first got me Tenkaichi. I don't remember how old I was, because I was still in, like, was it like elementary school? I think I was in elementary school when it came out. So I remember I got it, and I wanted to play the game so badly. I faked being sick at school just so I can go home and play the game. And my dad's like, he picks me up from school, and then he sees me playing the game. He's like, "Did you fake being sick just so you could play the game?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Of course you did." Like, it's crazy, man. I love Tenkaichi. Tenkaichi 2 had the best what if stories, like the best what if stories. There was a story where, like, I think Raditz, like, hit his head and he forgot his memory, and Piccolo was trying to kill Raditz, but Goku was protecting him because that was his brother. Tenkaichi 3, just, there's not, what else can I say about 3 that hasn't been said already? It's the perfect Dragon Ball Z game. Content, story, gameplay, all of it. Tenkaichi 3. I hope they bring back everything. This game, this new Tenkaichi is in the best scenario. This game, at bare minimum, at least the lowest it could be is as good as Tenkaichi 3, and that's already a masterpiece. So for them to screw this up, they would really have to try and mess it up. I'm not even worried about what's going to happen. Sure, we might get some DLC issues that we're not happy with, but in terms of gameplay, at bare minimum, it has to be Tenkaichi 3. There's nothing else that they could do to make it below that. Even if it matches Tenkaichi 3, it's perfect, because Tenkaichi 3, I promise you, go play it. It's ahead of its time. It's way ahead of its time. At bare minimum, it could match 3. At its best, it could exceed 3. There's no way. This is literally Bandai's perfect scenario. This is like somebody gave them a gold mine. This is like somebody gave them a pot of gold, and all they said was, just make more gold. That's it. They can't mess this up. They can't. There's no way they can mess this up. I refuse to believe that this is going to be a bad game. So I'm anticipating this. I'm excited for it. I hope it comes out maybe this year. If it comes out this year, I will definitely be live streaming, playing this every freaking chance I get. So I'm hoping it comes out sooner than we think. I could talk about Dragon Ball all day with you guys. I promise you I can. Tenkaichi is just, that's like my specialty. That's my baby. That's my heart, my pride and joy. Tenkaichi 3 is just my love letter. I love Dragon Ball, but Tenkaichi 3 is the best Dragon Ball. For years, I was trying to find a new Dragon Ball game to get into, and I couldn't. After Tenkaichi 3, I played every single one. Raging Blast 1, 2. Burst Limit, I really liked, but they never made a sequel. Ultimate Tenkaichi, Kakarot. What else came out before that? There's so many Dragon Ball games, I can't remember. Xenoverse 1 and 2, I played all of them. None of them I could get back into like Tenkaichi. My friends would get into Rage and Blast or Burst Limit or Xenoverse. It just didn't hit for me. It was always something missing. After you play Tenkaichi 3, as much as I played it, no Dragon Ball game comes even close to as good as Tenkaichi 3. It's not even a fraction of as good as Tenkaichi 3 was. So this is big for me. I'm very, very happy and excited that they're bringing this back. So those are my thoughts on it, guys. That's all I wanted to share with you. I have such a history with the Tenkaichi franchise. I love it more than any other franchise in gaming, period. Tenkaichi is the end-all be-all. It's perfect. It's perfect. From 1 to 2 to 3, you see the gradual jump. 3 was perfect. It is perfect. 3 is the best one. Tenkaichi Tag Team, it's okay, but you know, for some reason when you team up with the AI, your AI sucks and the AI you fight is just beastly. I swear in that game you can never win beam struggles. I'm not even joking. But Tenkaichi 3, beautiful, love it. I can't wait. Bandai, you can't mess this up. You can't. There's no way you can mess this up. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's all I got. Wow, I'm so excited.